Hopefully, you all guys are having a wonderful day. We are back again, and this is Manchester United 3, FC Porto 3. I told you all, guys, this is not going to be an easy game. This was never going to be an easy game, especially the fact that it was an away game. It was never going to be an easy game. I told you, you guys need to watch the preview, and we will talk detail about the game. This was a horrible display of defending, and it was the horrible game management from both the players and the coach as well. It was quite evident when United went 2-0 up, and how the proceedings were going within the game. It was quite evident to anyone who watches football that the goals will come for FC Porto, and which they came. Marcus Rashford was the best player from the United. He was very lively in the first half. He created chances. He provided the assist for Rasmus Højlund goal, and he scored the goal. However, both of the Man United goals were down to Diego Costa's error. So both of these shots were savable. Any decent goalkeeper in the world would make that saves. So this was always the case. This is always the case. Poor defense under Eric Ten Hag. It has been going on for long a time that United have been conceding the goals, and Ten Hag's side has an undesirable record of conceding 2 goals in 4 minutes at Bayern Munich, 2 in 10 minutes against Galatasaray at home, 2 in 4 minutes at Copenhagen, 2 in 9 minutes at Galatasaray, 2 in 8 minutes at Crystal Palace, 2 in 8 minutes against Coventry, 2 in 2 minutes against Chelsea, 3 in 24 minutes against Wolves, 2 in 11 minutes at Newport, and 2 in 5 minutes at home to Aston Villa. So, what went wrong in the game? I think I was live. I was saying that this was not going to be an easy game. Even when we went 2-0 up, I said that something will happen and they will concede the goal. As the flow of the game was going, it was always looking likely that Porto are making the chances. Porto are making the chances after chances. They are coming after again and again and again. So it is just a matter of time that they will score the goal. If we talk about the stats, United had 53% possession over whole game, well, while it was down to 44% in the first half. Expected goal XG of 1.38. United took 29 total shots. Out of those, 8 were on target. And then out of those 8 shots, we were able to create 1.38 XG. While Porto took only 14 shots, half of what United took, and their shot on target were 7, one less than United, and they were able to create 2.29 of XG. Porto had 5 chances, big chances, clear cut chances to score the goal, and they missed 2, they scored 3. And United had 4 chances, they missed 3, and they scored 1. So it is always down to not finishing their chances. We will discuss about the individual players as well. Backline as a whole was rubbish. Backline as a whole were rubbish. Nusair Mazraoui didn't make the mistake, but I think Nusair at left back would be more helpful than Nusair at right back. But I will not have a go at him because he is a new signing. He has done exceptionally well up until now. Diogo Dalot was average as well. Martinez, I don't want to talk about that guy. Dillett, I don't want to talk about that guy. There was some mistakes, a clear-cut goal mistakes that led to 2 goals. Christian Eriksen had a very good game. Casemiro had an okay game. He was taking a shots where he should not be taking those shots. and he had an okay game, not average game, I would say. Bruno Fernandes, another stinker. He was sent off, red card. The offense, the question whether it was connected, I don't think so. It was connected, but the boot was very high, and it was dangerous. Amad Diallo was okay as well. Amad Diallo has created some chances. The problem with Amad Diallo is that he does not take the shot, and on the other occasion, on the other end, the problem with Alejandro Garnacho is that he takes too much shots. I would like Amad to moderately increase his shot taking, but he is the chance creator again. Today he created three chances. He had two touches in the opposition box. Marcus Rashford was dominating the game in the first goal. In the first half, he was substituted. I don't know why. Off the bench came Alejandro Garnacho, rubbish as well. He was absolutely rubbish. He was taking the shots for the sake of taking the shots only, and created zero chance. And he was rubbish. And I never rated him as a player. Anthony was okay. Anthony didn't get the game time, and up until now. But I hope that this is why I was saying that you need to give Anthony game time. You need to make Anthony ready, because you will need him. You will need him at any time in this season. Joshua Zirkzee was rubbish as well. Joshua Zirkzee was absolutely rubbish as well. We need to be honest about him. He was not getting involved in the game. He is not pacey. I don't think so. He should be substituted in place of Rasmus Holland in this game, especially given the dynamics of the game. He does not have the energy. Harry Maguire scored the goal and saved the game. Johnny Evans was okay as well. Omoro Dion, I have highlighted this guy in my preview video as well, and he was the difference. He scored two goals. He is the man of the match as well. He scored two goals, and he created one chance. He scored two goals. I think it is a coaching issue. I absolutely think this is a coaching issue, especially the game management from the coach is rubbish. He absolutely does not understand and that what to do, when to do. He needs, if there was any other coach, he absolutely would have sent instruction within the team to keep the ball for longer period of times. That's what I was saying when I was live. Keep the ball for longer period of time, sustain the ball possession, so that you will get growing into the confidence. Even when they were 2-0 up, I saw Lisandro Martinez going long when he could have went backwards to Andre Onana for a recycle. He went long. They lost the second ball. They conceded an attack. And this Licha is a fraud watch this season as well. Licha was injured last season, and a lot of people were saying that Licha will come back. He will sort all of our problems. And I have been saying in this season that keep a close eye on Licha. Licha has his limitations as well, and it got exposed today. So it was a draw. Another game will move towards Premier League in the Aston Villa. That will be the last game before the that will be the last game before the international break. And I heard that some Jim Radcliffe is coming to watch that game, and let's see what will happen. Please, if you like the video, if you like the content, and like the stream, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you and have a nice day.